Woman wakes up at 6 a.m. Bronte Rawlingson rushes to the kitchen to whip up her husband's favorite breakfast before a day of cleaning and looking after their children. While the rest of the nation returns to their workplaces in droves, Bronte isn't going anywhere. Dropping out of private school for love and then choosing to become a teen mom at 19, she is a self-confessed traditional wife and has no interest in having a career. The 29-year-old is married to Phil, 35, a plumbing business owner, and says staying home and being feminine helps the marriage flourish. She adds, I believe one of the reasons there are so many failed marriages is that women don't behave in the way men want. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I know my husband likes to be looked after, and for me to be feminine so he can be masculine. We balance each other out. After preparing Phil's breakfast in their home in Frinton, Essex, Bronte makes sure their children, Amelia, 9, Fenella, 6, and Theodore, 18 months, are fed. Sometimes it's scrambled eggs, sometimes it's an omelet for Phil, she says. I like to feed him properly and make sure he's full until at least lunchtime. He can't be powered just by toast. The older two children are fussy eaters, so it's never just something easy or like cereal. It can mean sorting out a variety of different meals like brioche and marmite toast, pancakes, and smoothies to make sure they are all happy. But I'm willing to do it. It's my job as a mom. Woo! Ouch. I know some women are triggered. Some modern women are triggered. I know that. I definitely know that. Despite going to an expensive private school in Ipswich and getting 12 GCSEs, including 1A, 4 A's, 5 B's, and 2 C's, Bronte did not want a high-earning career. Instead, she purposely fell pregnant at age 19, having moved in with Phil, who she met at a bench when she was 16. Her decision to become a teen mother stunned many of her school friends, who now hold big-time careers as lawyers and doctors. Bronte says, it certainly caused frictions. No one expected me to be a teen mom. It wasn't the done thing, but it was my choice. I always wanted to be a mother and a wife ever since I was a little girl. I used to dream of it when I was playing with my dolls. It broke my heart putting them into storage when I was about 12, but I felt being in secondary school, I was too old to play with them. But becoming a mom was not only plain sailing because Bronte's parents were disappointed with her. She says, I can't lie, relations with my parents were tense for some time afterwards. They wanted me to go to a university. See, here's the thing, all right? I don't have a problem with women getting an education. I don't. If they want to do it, that's what they want to do. If they want to major in something, because God forbid, something happens to their husband, the wife could take over until the husband get back on his feet or the husband passes away and now she's a widow. What a lot of women don't understand is like men and women are not equal. Okay. Our biological clocks are different. A man could go and get a woman. A man could be 40, 50 years old and still get a woman pregnant. Okay. A woman getting pregnant at 40 and 50 years old is a risk. The kid could end up having Down syndrome. It's biology. The eggs dried up and it could be complications and birth defects. So you have to have kids, within your early 20s. When you go after 30, it's a danger zone. Okay. This is biology. All right. And a lot of women don't like to hear this. The feminists don't like to hear this, but this is the truth. Amanda Jones, it's random. Whenever I have the time, I stream. I don't really have a set schedule. If I have the free time, I stream. So basically, that's what it is. And a lot of women, this is what feminism has lied to women. And it's it's sad because it's done a disservice. I remember a woman who founded Sex in the City, the TV show. She left her husband to live the single life, and now she's in her 50s, and she can't have kids. And when asked, who's going to take care of you, she says her friends are going to take care of you. It's sad because her friends may not be able to take care of it if they're all old. If all of them are old. But now we are in a good place, and they dote on our children. Millions of Brits returned to their places of work for the first time earlier this month, having worked from home throughout the pandemic. But Bronte is glad she was not one of them and believes women cannot have it all. That is the truth. Women cannot have it all. You have to make a choice, okay? Either you're going to be a stay-at-home mother or you're going to work. And if you're going to work and have a career, you cannot have a family. And if you do, you're going to be terrible at being a parent in some ways. Having a house husband is out of the question because women don't respect men that are in feminine roles. Women do not respect that. They're not going to want to come home to a man who's cooking and cleaning, wearing all day, okay? Every day. They're not going to want that. They do not want that, okay? Women are not going to want that. These are the facts, okay? They'll go off and cheat. That's what they'll do because that's not what they're biologically attracted to. A lot of women have problems with that because they like to lie to save face in order to have the power. It's like it's power for them. That's what it is. Feminist is about power at all costs, even at the cost of having a family and the cost of having a man in their life. And these are the facts. And this is the truth. You cannot have it all because biology, the biological clock is ticking. And dating pool dries up after 30. That is true. Okay? Can't be saying like, well, I've seen rich women do it. Or do you have Janet Jackson money? Do you have their money? Then you cannot compare yourself. See, that's what women do too. They want to compare themselves to females that are in a higher tax bracket than them and are way out of their league to do what they do. And they get mad. All you could do is have hissy fits, but that's not going to help you. Facts are facts. Pretty much plain and simple. She is perfectly happy staying at home with Phil earns the money. Bronte cleans all day, dusting, tidying, and putting away toys before going to bed around 11 p.m. She says, I'm trying to fit some time just for me, but it's tough. And I love homemaking. It's my favorite thing to do. I can clean the bathroom and the kitchen twice a day. Phil has a beard and the girls a guinea pig, so it can get messy. Bronte even admits she could not relax on our recent family holiday to Somerset because the tidying was not to her precise standards. She also worries the school national curriculum does not focus enough on lost subjects, sewing, knitting, and cooking, which she teaches her children at home. Bronte believes everyone can make their own lifestyle choices, but she only ever wanted to be a traditional 50s style role. Okay. She says, my parents paid a lot of money for me to go to private school with the assumption I'd go to uni, but I was adamant and I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I moved in with Phil when I was 17, and by 19, I had Amelia. She was planned. Being a mom was all I could think about. Something was missing until I had her. Bronte, who quit studying A levels in math and biology and chemistry and IT after a few months, argues that people who belittle young moms are foolish because bringing up children is incredibly hard work. Yes, it is. I mean, I'm a dad, but it's not easy. It is not easy. She says years ago, if you hadn't had a baby when you were 20, you were considered to be a spinster. But now it's reversed. It takes a very intelligent person to bring up children. Yes, it does. It's not a game. It's a job. It's a hard job for both parents. And if you do it wrong, you're going to feel it for the rest of your life. I wouldn't consider a career that took me away from my family. There's so many people relying on nannies, but I want to be there for my children. I have really high standards. I would not be able to split myself into so many ways and also be there for my children. People say I'm wasting myself, especially because I went to a private school. But I simply take relaxed approach to education. I don't think university is the most important thing. Anti-feminist. Bronte admits that she can sometimes feel anti-feminist. She says there's so much pressure on women to saturate the male environments that traditional femininity can be completely discredited and undervalued. That's true. That's due to socialism. It is mostly considered wasteful of an educated woman's life to be just a housewife. It's almost as if homemaking is only appropriate occupation for a woman who has little intellect or prospects. Actress Emma Watson once said, "Feminism is not a stick with which to beat each other." So often, feminism seems to invoke a shame of being too traditionally female, whereas it should be a celebration of female choice. They don't have female choice in feminism. You don't. Okay? If you think that a fetus is not it's not some gobbledygook, but it's a baby, you'll catch hell from a feminist. If you say to a feminist, okay, you want your body, your choice, cool, then the man should have his choice with his wallet, whether to be a father or not. You'll see them lose their minds. Or the fact of, men having birth control now, the birth control pill. You see them lose their minds because it's about domination and gender supremacy, rather than it is about equality. And men and women cannot be equal. That's just it. They can't. Never will be, because we are born biologically different. So often feminism, let me read that. So here I am, a privately educated and strong-minded woman who is choosing to live the life of the traditional housewife, and I couldn't be happier with it. Wow. And that's it, really. But here's the thing, what a lot of people don't understand, okay, with this, is that a lot of these women who have these big time law degrees and careers, they are struggling. Okay. They are struggling to find a man suitable for them to marry, suitable for them to even date, because when a woman is at a high earning class, she doesn't want to date a man that's in the same level. She wants to date a man that's higher than her. And guess what? She can't find it. Okay? She cannot find it because all the men that are in her field want younger women. And by the time women make those high earning salaries, guess what? They're in their 30s, they're in their 40s. And men who want children will choose women who are younger. Okay? And that's a hard pill for women to swallow due to feminism constantly lying to them. That's the problem. So they can't get their freedom. And, I understand women working because the man may have left, or, they had to leave an abusive relationship, abusive marriage, But the problems come up with, with feminism and, women trying to have it all is that they can't. And they have to make a choice. And then when they make that, when they don't like the fact that they have to make that choice, and then they complain about, there's a gender wage gap. No, it's not. The fact that you stay home, you're going to make less money or no money at all. That's just the reality. You have to make a choice. You're going to be a wife and a house and a housewife with kids, and you're going to put your career aside for the children and the family, or you're going to have a high earning career at the sacrifice of having a marriage and a family. That's the choice you got to make. And a lot of women don't want to hear that truth. I remember there was an article called Greedy Work, right? And women were complaining about the fact they have to work these long hours just like men, but you wanted equality. This is what you got to do. So they're mad now. And They want to raise hell. I'm like, no, grow up. You want the money? Work the same hours as a man to earn that money, or just settle for the traditional role. And it's not really settling, it's good. That's the building block of society, is traditional families, period. Okay? And feminism is not going to give that to you. Socialism is not going to give that to you. They just give you lies and leave you heartbroken and miserable because you spent your whole life chasing the career and you have no family. You come home to a lonely house, or you're a single mother. Okay? And then you have the left, they try to make things like, try to make some racist statements like, there are minorities who are oppressed because they can't get the access to having certain procedures done. So they're maybe old and up in age and they can still have children. Basically, they want the same access as the rich has to, like I said, with Janet Jackson, she could have kids at 50. No, you have to put yourself in a certain position to have that type of money. You have to work insane hours, pick up a trade, in order to make that money so you can have that access. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. Another thing is like you have to have a particular mindset to want that type of income. And if you just want it because you're a woman with ovaries and you just feel that I should have it just because I want to have it, then no. Okay? That's not how it goes. And a lot of women are trying to struggle to have it all, and you're not going to have it all. At best, you will be a single mother. There's a lot of women who foolishly just want to be a mother, but not a wife. So you raise these kids without a father there. And the kids come up maladjusted. Not all, but women who are selfish and just want a career and try to do it all, it's not going to work. The kids come up maladjusted. Like the women who want to try to come for Ari Nagel, big time New York professor, and he goes around donating his sperm to women because these women don't want a man. They just want the sperm and try to have a family on their own. No. So many people are trying to fit a round peg in a square hole. So many women are trying to do that. No, it doesn't work that way. That's not how things go. You're going against the natural order of things, and the children are going to suffer. Children always suffer. And personally, I think they should close down sperm banks. I really do. Close them down and let women be forced to make a choice. Either you're going to be a housewife or you're going to be a career woman. One of them you could have kids, the other you cannot. I'll say this much, with things that are going on today with this pandemic, and it's going to be tough for women. It really is, because let's just say with men, it's going to come up to a point where women are going to have to really make a serious choice with this pandemic. And actually, their chances of having children may be cut down even more, considering what's going on. Let's just say men have a gold mine between their legs now due to this pandemic, and due to if they don't take certain things, let's just say they will have some leverage, and women will have to adjust to searching for a man that they can marry, not to be a sperm donor, but to marry. I'm going to go cut this off right now. and then I'll talk to my listeners on Podbean and Bigolive. So like, share, comment, and subscribe.